Well, hello there, YouTube, and hello, Dallas. Does that mean anything to you, kind sir? Well, I've been waiting all day for the weather to get warm. This is day after Thanksgiving here in the States, and after yesterday, number one thing, take that off. Inside here is a couple, three, I don't know how many's in there. I think it's a couple of them. It's whatever I have here at the house. In my new little Can-Am backpack. I'm going to take the DR because I scared myself a few times on the iron yesterday, slipping in the ice. Sorry about the balaclava thing here, but I'm going to bundle up with my first gear, my warmest one. Got my heated gloves. And I'm going to venture out for a quick ride. And first stop is at the post office. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to ship that off to you today, sir. So you'll next see me on the DR. So I'm off and running. Well, hello. Driving all over the place here. There's a car coming down our gravel road. Must be one of the neighbors. But yesterday wasn't a bad enough idea. I decided I'd come out here and play in the ice one more time. I don't know how bad it'll be today. The highest it got was 36.0, and I'm sure it's dropped since then because it's now, let's see, almost 5. It's 3:45. Sunset's at 4. Oh shit! That's frozen right out of the gate, isn't it? See how long I can get away with my shield being down here. Oh, that looks frozen right there. Oh man. So if my voice sounds a little muffled, I got a balaclava on, but it's pretty thin. My voice should fly right through it. But my first stop is at the post office down here to drop off something that I promised to mail. Dallas is his name, and he's in Australia. And when I was cutting those Indian, well, I just did a little thing in the garage there, but those little Indian things we cut off the crates, April 3rd of this year, he sent me there's another one of them gravel trucks, sent me that's a little one. This guy's getting the big ones, the big double-deckers. But April 3rd, he sent me his address asking to be sent one or more of those little Indian labels, where actually it's just the side of a crate. But it looks really cool and rustic looking. It's awesome as hell looking. So I dug around. I found I don't know if this is because I think I had one of them in a package I was going to send him. And I brought some more after that, and there's 2 or 3 of them in that sack. I'll figure it out when I get there, because I'm not going to mail it in that. I'll have to put it in some kind of a slip, or I don't know what they'll have me put it in. Lord knows how much it costs to send something to Australia. I never sent anything that far away before, so it don't matter. Look at that. It looks like it could be. I'm going to have to crack this a little bit. As it gets slower, it's going to start fogging up. But if I get all squirrely on this, you know, I can better react to it than that 500. What is this 883 weigh? They're like wet weight, somewhere 550, 560, somewhere in there. Heck, I don't know. And they're not quite as quick steering as this. This ain't nothing but a dirt bike with lights on it. I feel like I'm talking very muffled. It's got to be that balaclava, but I didn't notice that yesterday. Maybe because the Harley was loud and you don't hear over it as much. Man, oh man. So today is Black Friday here in the States. this famous shopping day after there's actually a whole cool story about where that Black Friday came from. Oh man, are they open? They almost look like they're not open. Yeah, they're open. We'll get her looped around here in the parking lot. I know I tell you guys I'm not a big backer-upper, but I'm not going to back this thing uphill. Oh boy. So, let me run in here, do my... I guess I should probably turn my gloves off. I'm going full on prepared for cold today. Got my first gear pants on, my heated gloves, balaclava. Oh, and I'm wearing this one first gear jacket that's extremely warm. So not only do I have my what you call it, the Columbia sportswear. That thing is the warmest jacket. I have that on, and this jacket has a liner that I've just left clipped in. So I'll be much warmer today, even though it is a couple more degrees cooler. Yeah, the thermometer hasn't reacted from the garage. It's still showing 45 degrees on that. Oh, for a fact, that ain't right. So anyway, let me bounce out and we'll go for a little rip after this. My glass is fogged. I gotta get moving. I got them pulled away from my face and everything, and they're still fogged. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Jeez, the paperwork you gotta fill out to send something out of country. But it's no big deal. It was less than 14 bucks. Hell, I don't know why. I was thinking it was going to be 40 or 50 bucks or something. It was 13 something. It was less than $14. That's cheap. And she goes, well, just seal it up in the package it's in. I go, that's going to make it all the way to Australia? She goes, oh yeah. I said, that's not shipping paper. I said, that's something, a BRP. It was what the little parts for installing a windshield on a Spider F3. I said, there's some parts in the thing. Well, if it had parts in it, it'll handle those little poster things. And I said, alright. So Dallas, I hope that sucker makes it to you all in one piece. Oh man, it's cold out here. I don't trust this hill. This thing was slickery yesterday. There's been enough cars driving on it. Should be alright. Kind of do the same thing, just kind of keep her out of the power band, you know, short shift a little bit, you know, not boggy lugging it, but lugging it a little. But you don't want to roll in the throttle too much while you're lugging it either, because if it breaks loose in a taller gear, it's going to spin up real quick. So you do have to feather the throttle and not, you know, not load it in a bog state. You know what I mean? As soon as that sucker hits something slippery, that back wheel will spin quick. But it doesn't seem it's nowhere near as bad today. There's more icy spots on the side of the road than there was yesterday, but whew, feels good to get out and ride anyway. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and became obvious it was never going to hit 40 degrees. It made it to 36.0. I thought, it ain't getting any better than this. If I'm gonna go, I might as well leave. You know, it'd probably take, oh, turn signal. Probably take a long time for that temperature gauge. I wasn't thinking about this. I got it mounted right on top of a fork tube. So that fork tube's gonna have to adjust to the cold before the thermometer does. It's still showing like 42. Way colder than that. But we'll just go for a little putter putt here. Oh, look at that golden light. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, man, that's gorgeous. I'm like right at, what are we at here? Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes from sunset. Man, I really need to shut that shield because that is cold as hell on my face. I should watch myself here, getting all cocky and kind of cruising around here, coming around a corner, and it'll be icy, and I'll have a video for you, all right. So, all of you that celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I sure did. Probably the quickest Thanksgiving ever. I didn't get back to the house until 10 after, maybe quarter after 3, and everybody was already there and ready to eat. I mean, I walked in and it was like go time. I think they were waiting on me to come back, so I felt a little bad about that. But they all kind of, you know, they had their day kind of planned out, and to meet, you know, all of them were there with their significant others. They're not all, actually none of them are married. My daughter Christy's engaged to Brad. I didn't point him out because I never got a shot of him. He was kind of the figure you're seeing in the driver's seat of of their little blue car. But anyway, those two are engaged. And Ryan, his girlfriend, they're just boyfriend, girlfriend, and Kyle and his girlfriend are newly boyfriend, girlfriend. They're in the early stages. But man, those two are so cute together. You can just kind of see one of these lifelong connections, but you never know. I mean, you can think that. I'm sure people thought that about a bunch of people, but you never know what goes on behind closed doors. But you can see they really, really enjoy each other, which is awesome. And she'd be a fine addition to the family should it lead to that. And if they never get married, she'll still become part of the family. All the kids' boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, all become part of the family. You know, they do. You can't help. They just become a part of the family. You know, you get these gatherings and everything that you do, and even if something should happen and they move on, it's like Ryan's girlfriend still called Kelly Mama, you know. So it's kind of cool. Oh man, does it feel good. Every time I ride this thing, I always say the same thing. I should ride this thing way more. Plenty powerful, plenty fast. Bomb down the freeway all day long at 80 miles an hour if you want. Doesn't do anything spectacular, but it doesn't do anything bad either. If there's one negative thing to it, it's the tight, twisty trails. You know, you start to feel its weight pretty good. And the suspension, though very smooth and, you know, works fantastic. At any kind of speed off-road, it shows its weakness. Or probably more, it's more like the bike shows its weight, I guess. That's alright. I love these things. I love that simple air-cooled single cylinder. And years and years and years, actually next year, the 2016 models that are out now, we're already putting them together, 2016 DR650s. That's a 20th anniversary of this particular build. They came out with this particular DR650 in 1996, and literally have done nothing but change the colors on it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And we sell everyone that we put together. Rolls out the door. Fantastic motorcycle. And it's funny, all the people that owned them in the past, oh, that could be icy. The guy's looking at me like, whoa, that guy is on the binders. These things roll over. Huge amount of body roll. If you ever rode a dirt bike down the road and slammed on the brakes, you'll know what I mean. Front drops and the ass kicks up. Look at that one lonely cow out there. I'm not even sure. Oh, what am I talking about? It's a freaking deer. Wow, it looked like it, the light was hitting it just right. It looked like it was a brown and white cow. Thinking, wow, there's one cow out there. It might be a cow, but not in the moo milk producing version that we're thinking about. But it did look like it had horns on it when I got a better look. Oh, look at the light coming through these trees. It's weird, all the foliage is out of these trees, and you can see down that, oh, that could be ice. You can see down that hill now that you normally can't see. Ah, dang, it's cold. Oh yeah, the temperature gauge is down to about 36 right now. She's dropping. The old bike is starting to cool off driving through this cold air. But man, having that shield slightly cracked is like burning my eyes. I've even got my glasses on and it's still burning my eyes, or around my eyes. It's like at the bottom of the glasses. Mount Rainier out there, if there's any possible chance you can see it. I love how you look out there and you see little spots of like fires. You know, somebody's out there. There's some steam coming off the Cowlitz as it snakes through there. Through that valley right there, the Cowlitz River goes through there, and that's where we took that biplane ride. It was a lot of fun. Much fun. Now, for those of you that have bounced over and checked out my other channel, I actually have like 4 channels, but there's only 2 I do anything with. And the one, the Smokes, is what it's called. The Smokes, one word, or you know, no spaces. THESMOAKS. Some of you have bounced over and started commenting, and if you're commenting, I know you're watching. And a few of you have subscribed. I know that most likely you're coming here to see something related to motorcycles, and then the occasional, you know, electrical gizmo gadget or something that I might do on there. And kind of the reason I started posting back to that channel was that I knew in the wintertime I wasn't going to be able to ride all the time, and there's going to come a point where I'm going to run out of backlog videos that I didn't post on. Some of them, you know, when I come up with those throwback videos, I don't always call them throwbacks, but you know, the videos from the past, you know, a lot of those things I look through, and there's just, to me, there's just not enough in there to even mess with it. So like I say, I've got tons of backlog stuff, but it's not necessarily usable, or it's dated, or you know, I didn't like that video, so I kind of discussed, you know, that topic and something else. Ooh, now that, oh yeah, that looks nice and frosty right there. Oh, look at that, stuff's falling off of that hill. It's that hill stays wet from the rain and stuff, and of course ice expands as water freezes. It expands, as you know. If you've ever had to replace a soft plug in your car, or a bursted pipe that busted at your house. Look at Mount Rainier sitting right in front of me. A crying shame that you're not going to see that. One of my invisible mountains, I would imagine, if I'd have put that polarizer filter on. And I you know, on the Sunday ride on the Iron, I said, you know, I mistakenly forgot to put my polarizer filter on, and I was going to do it yesterday before I took off, not to Oh, that would have actually saved me because I don't have a lens cap that fits over the polarizer. But I remembered on a couple of cool mornings riding to work, there's a couple of videos I'll never be able to use because it fogged up between the polarizer and the GoPro lens on the case, on the GoPro case, and or it had this weird you know, frosty edge on it. Almost looked like a filter, like you're doing a Christmas card or something, you know, the frosty window look, you know, where the corners and stuff are all frosty. It has that look to it. And so yesterday before I took off, I thought, well, I'm not going to mess with that. I wish I kind of would have started to taken that stupid lens cap off. That thing fits on there so flush that you don't, like, I can see the front of the camera, but you know, I can see the top of it. That is absolutely ice right there. Might end up in snow up here because I think we go up quite a ways. Just gotta take it easy. You know, one of the drawbacks of falling off of this thing, I am higher off the ground. But let's not discuss falling off. We won't make that a part of today's ritual here. But anyway, the polarizer, the reason I brought that up is with the mountain in the background. Sometimes the polarizer, the way it saturates the light, you can actually, even though it looks so far away, it just looks like a spot in the background. You can kind of make it out. And on some of those videos, it actually did show up. People were, hey, I seen the mountain. Yeah, they're really there. I wish you could see them as big as I do. But I'm not gonna trade off the super view look to try to pull those things in. What I need to do is take the time. And I actually walked out with my Canon today. I was gonna stuff it in my pocket. And I thought, you know what? That's all great. Great to have the camera with me and everything, but I'm not going to stop and pull these gloves off. These big gaudy gauntlets, you know, and take a picture. I'm going to drive wherever I'm going to, or ride wherever I'm going to ride, and I'm just going to come back. There'll be no stops today. Hell, just putting all my gear back on. That balaclava, those things, half the time I won't wear them because they're such a pain in the butt to get on and off. To try to get them lined up so that the hole is around your face, you know. Then it pulls on your hair weird, you know, when you try to adjust it. So the best thing is just pull it off and put it back on, or, you know, attempt to put it back on again. God almighty, it's cold out here. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's, oh my God, I'm looking at that thing wrong. That wasn't 35, that's 32. Holy moly. Dear God, no wonder it's so cold. It's freezing, literally. God, I knew it felt colder than that. It's like, but literally the wind is sneaking through the crack of this shield and burning me. I know this is an old road I go stomping down from time to time, but we haven't done it in a while. I figured I'd take you out. God, look at that sky. The sun is down. What is it? Oh yeah, she's definitely down. There might be a glimpse of her through a crack in a mountain here. I don't know if I can see back that way though. Woo, doggy. Should log this thing on a polar bear run or something. Ooh, that's frosty looking. But it does feel way better to be on this DR than that Iron. You're going through the icy stuff, but like I say, it's nowhere near as bad as it was yesterday. But I was riding in areas with way more shade too. And when I drove along the Cowlitz River, which probably helped add to the frost, or I mean the frozen road effect too, because you know, being right next to that river is probably picking up moisture, and I'm sure along that river it was way more foggy than anywhere else. And even though the fog had burned off, it's still frozen to the ground. I don't know if you guys can see that orange light popping up above those trees. That's the tops of Mount Rainier. Wow, that was a wise choice to wear my my clear glasses. I thought, well, I'll be back before the sun goes down. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, you always start out this way saying, I'm just going to go right down the street and be right back. Oh, we're getting changes in humidity here. My shield is just fogging up the fog up. And we're at a pretty good elevation now. As you can see, things are way more frozen up here than what they were down there. The cool thing is I can turn right back around and go down the hill. So you can see my mirrors are even. We're just having a change in temperature and humidity up here. I'll take you a little off-roading here. Not that a dirt road is what I consider off-roading. I'm technically on a road, it's just not a paved road. Oh, look at that. The nice thing is I am on a gravel road, so the odds of you getting traction here are pretty good. I'm just gonna loop around here. This road just kind of goes. Oh, jeez, and bird scared me. Oh wow, that road even feels frozen. No, I got traction. Just felt a little squirmish there. I don't think my mouth is frozen yet. But you know, you never know that till you get off. You walk in the house and your jaw feels like you've been to the dentist. Oh, it's beautiful out here this evening light. Look at this stop sign on a dirt road. Oh, yeah, she's slippery. Don't be fooled by that gravel. Get a little skidding going on there coming to the not full stop that I made. But back to the channel, I appreciate you guys, those of you that gone over to the Smokes. And what I started to say, I realized that's not a motorcycle thing. And that may not be your cup of tea to see some crazy old bastard rattling on about stuff. That's more of a personal thing. If you kind of wanted to get to know me and my family a little better, kind of a thing. I know most of you guys that come here are attracted to all things motorcycle. Man, look at that beautiful sky. And you can see at this point that the sun's not fully set, but the mountains it's behind the mountains. Oh, that was slippery. How the hell are you sliding on a dirt road? I guess it is it's almost polished to a pavement where so many cars have driven through it. There are a few people who live up here. Just gotta be careful. Keep telling yourself, be careful. Young kid with his dad doing some hunting. I remember them days, walking the streets and going through the woods, going squirrel hunting and out duck hunting and all that stuff. What the hell do we got going on here? Guess you got to get out there and walk it however you can. At least he's out and about, right? He ain't sitting on his duff. Good old days of hanging out with your old man, going hunting and stuff. No, we didn't get a lot. Didn't get a lot of squirrels. I was a squirrel shooting fool. I wouldn't shoot a squirrel for nothing now. It's funny how it all froze up everything this water is. Man, I haven't done anything for my daily vlog thing yet. I haven't done diddly. Wow, look at that. That looks like that could put me on my butt, doesn't it? no way that's not frozen. It's impossible. Just gotta take it easy. Don't make any rash movements. But speaking of the daily vlogs, I'm afraid it's going to get to where I'm going to run out of content. And this is why I want to kind of tell you guys about the Smokes channel. In every one of my videos, look down, there's a link to the Smokes channel. Because instead of doing all that on this channel, the Shawn Smoak channel, I guess you call it, I'm afraid that I'll chase my motorcycle people away by doing too many personal things, because I was worried about how much I would have for the winter time. So I decided to do a daily vlog over there on that channel to give you guys something. If you're not interested in that, I'm not begging you to subscribe. I asked you to go check it out. If you're interested, subscribe and hang out. If not, I totally understand. So the guys I follow that have second channels that I have no interest in whatsoever, so dang, it's cold. Holy crap. It's still hanging right at 32, but it sure feels like it's dropped. Anyway, I'm gonna bail out here because this wind noise is gonna be too much, and my wife is texting me. I need to get into Siri and see what she's saying. So I appreciate you guys hanging around. Sorry, I'm sure this kind of lackluster, kind of cold, and that's all. That's kind of the dominant thing through my head. Dallas, I got your Indian little poster thing sent off to you. I don't know how long that takes, but sorry for the extreme delay there, but I got that done. So I accomplished one good thing today. So I appreciate you guys watching now. There's our guys building the road. So you guys take care now. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.